Oh shoot. Cavatappi pasta with fresh peas, garlic, Parmesan cheese, kale, a lot of butter, and some salt? Where you at? We're gonna grate some garlic, so let's grate some garlic. I love me some garlic. I use the out of garlic. My dishes, the dishes I make normally, if you don't like garlic as much as I do, if you have some sort of reservations about eating garlic to this extent because you're self-conscious about smelling bad, or you think your date is gonna break up with you or whatever, then just use like half or a third of the amount of garlic I use in any dish that I make, and you should be totally fine. The benefit of adding the amount of garlic that I use is that I think it tastes better. I like a really powerful garlicky taste in my food because when you cook it, it's not as sharp and as spicy. Like raw garlic can give your food this spicy essence to it that kind of burns your mouth. But when you cook it, it becomes a lot more gentle. So I just like a really garlicky flavor. I love the taste of garlic. I'm gonna grate the cheese so I have it ready ahead of time. This is my handy dandy Microplane citrus zester. I love the size. It's in the description below. Not sponsored by Microplane. It's like fine grate, and I think it gives the best texture to grated Parmesan cheese. This is Parmigiano Reggiano, Italian Parmigiano Reggiano. I think it gives the best texture to grated cheese, really fine texture, which means it melts into sauces, it emulsifies into sauces incredibly well. And same with the garlic. It makes the garlic like this paste. You don't have to grate it like this. You can grate it a little more coarsely. With the cheese, I would recommend grating it like this because it emulsifies a lot easier. With the garlic, I would grate the garlic however you want to grate it, or chop it if that's what you choose to do. If you want to chop it with a knife, I prefer to grate, and that's just personal preference. Look at all that Parmesan. It's like hair. Okay, that's disgusting. It's like fluffy, cottony. You know, look how thin that is. Look at that. That's gonna melt into the sauce beautifully. So let's move forward. Salt the water liberally, no specific amount required. Just salt it enough, boil for 6 to 7 minutes, and you're good. Time for some fresh peas. You ready? The amount of water depends on the pasta. So like right now I'm trying to put in as little as possible so that I can get the water as starchy as I can get it. The water will be extra starchy, and I want it extra starchy because I want the starch. I want to save a cup of the pasta water for the pasta sauce itself, because the starch in the pasta water brings the sauce together and helps the cheese emulsify with the butter and the broth and yada yada yada, you know. Pasta box de chico. Just keep stirring. 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 You don't want the pasta to clump up. See how the water's cloudy? That's the starch right there. That's what I want. I want that, but I want it to cook a little more so I can get like concentrated version of that. And then I'm gonna save it and then throw it all together into one nice big pot of hopes and dreams and love and desire and, you know, world peace. If your pasta starts to foam like this, just blow on it. Or turn your heat down a little bit. We're almost there. We're getting there. We're getting to the point of no return, my friend. Let's try some of this pasta. Let's show the people how you taste pasta. Even though this should be self-explanatory. Everybody knows how to do this part, but just grab a little bit. Ooh, it's hot. Ooh, shit, it's hot. Almost there, almost there. This is al dente right now. Right now it's al dente. I want it a little more cooked. Look how yellow this water is. That's all starch. We want that in our pasta sauce because it brings the sauce together. It allows the sauce to emulsify much, much easier and become creamier. The starch in the water is what helps us do that. Instead of adding flour, we just add pasta water. This is a good trick to always use. Use pasta water in your sausage. So first things first, let's throw in the pasta water. Let's throw in the chicken base. I ran out of broth, but that's okay. If you don't have broth, if you have like broth base, just use that. Totally fine. I'm gonna use a lot of this because I actually like it. I did let's say 3 tablespoons worth of this better than bouillon. Look at this dripping on me. Better than bouillon, roasted chicken base. I like the chicken one. I think it tastes the best. Now let's mix. Let's get this going. It doesn't look like anything right now, but don't you worry. 1 whole stick of butter, cultured butter. That's 8 tablespoons. It smells really chickeny right now. Really chickeny. I'm gonna turn the heat down to medium. Just keep stirring, just keep stirring. Let's go ahead and throw the garlic in there. Let's throw the peas in there. Get a load of those peas. A handful of kale. All coming together in one pot. The secret ingredient isn't even in there yet. It's not much of a secret. We've been talking about this whole time. We're gonna do another stick of butter. So that's 16 tablespoons so far. Cultured butter. You're looking for a creamy texture. You're looking for your kale to wind down, to wilt down. Throw a little more kale in there. It's not kale-y enough. This should be a healthy pasta from one perspective, but an incredibly unhealthy pasta from another. A lot of butter, a lot of cheese. But life is about balance. We got kale, we got peas, but we also have pasta, butter, and soon to be cheese. Oh, and we got garlic. Don't forget about the garlic, bro. Now, check this out. Watch it just come together. Look how creamy it's becoming. Look at that. Look how coated those noodles are. Last little bit, turn the heat off and finish it off with the stirring. Right now, I'm not gonna add any salt. The cheese is really salty. The pasta water was really salty. I cooked the pasta in salt. I cooked the peas in salt. I don't really need that much salt, but I'm gonna add a gang of pepper. Probably could have added more. My arm got tired. Secret ingredient, Calabrian chili. Just 1/2 of a tablespoon, or however much you want. I don't really like it too spicy because it's all about the creaminess, not about the spice. Look how it kind of turns a little orange because of the chili pepper, the Calabrian chili. Yep, doesn't need much salt. The Parmesan's really salty. Real buttery, real salty, in a good way. Creamy without the cream. I love the greens in there. Palatable vegetal essence without the meat aspect of it. Don't get me wrong, we're gonna do meat, but you don't need meat every time. Use any pasta you want. This is cavatappi. You can use spaghetti, you can use macaroni, you can use penne, you can use angel hair, you can use fettuccine, whatever pasta you want. It's up to you. It's personal preference. It's all about doing it the way you want. This is just a template. If you just do it half the way I did it, you'll be set. You'll enjoy it. I'm sure you will. That's all I got for you today. I'm out of here. Now turn the heat. Ooh,